pick a number between 152. It doesn't matter. It's just preferably a small number.
15.
15. All right. Would you believe this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. If you would have picked any other card, you wouldn't have landed on this one, correct? What are the chances of that?
Jesus, man.
What are the chances, man? See, because if you'd have hit any other...
That's dope.
Let's see the other side of it.
See. Wait for it. Yeah, you can see it there, can you?
Oh, man, that's way down there this time.
Yeah. And then...
Welcome to Conversation with a Conjuror. With us today is Brandon Lee. I'm Daniel Rivington. This is Alex Johnson. Let's get to it. Good to see you, Brandon. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me on.
I've seen a few of your videos on Facebook, and I thought pretty good. You've been working on Cardistry quite a lot,
Yeah.
What got you into that? Was that did you learn from Dan and Dave or from YouTube or?
I learned a lot from YouTube, just YouTube tutorials and stuff, because when I was first getting into magic, as I was searching up people, it would be all these people are doing cardistry, and I thought it's just like so cool. And then I went onto YouTube, searched a bunch of stuff, and then I got myself ingrained into the community slightly. And then one of my good cardistry friends, Hugo, he came up to Scotland and he taught me a lot of cardistry as well. So
you said in the beginning you thought that when you're first getting into magic, you thought that you had to do that to be a magician, right?
Yeah. I felt like I was, because every time you see, my Instagram back then, because I saw a lot of magic on Instagram, and it is everyone doing all the flashy stuff to get people's attention. So I was like, oh, I want to do magic. But then I was like, and then I seen all of that, and I was like, okay, now I need to learn all this backflip while shuffling a deck of cards type of stuff. So
I mean, it definitely looks impressive though, and sets you apart from the magicians that can't do any of that. So
no, thank you.
So did you meet Alex at Blackpool?
Oh yeah.
And when he approached you, did he try to speak to you in Mandarin, and were you offended?
I wasn't offended, but he did come up to me.
He did do that. He did it. I knew he did. I knew as soon as. Oh, I just knew. I just saw the picture running through my mind, and I was like, "Yeah, he did that." Someone
refresh my memory. I remember
someone did get offended. Did get offended when he did that to someone else, but it wasn't. But it was a white guy that got offended. So fuck it.
Yeah, like you can't get offended over something that you can't relate to. So
yeah, like tell that story real quick, Dan. Like you say it better than me.
I was like, because I'd met Alex that night. Because I met him at Blackpool as well. What happened was there was someone that I know, and I said, "Come meet AJ because this guy is so funny." This guy's so funny. Like you got to meet him. And then AJ's calling this young lad over who said he was from London. AJ calls him over. He's had a few to drink. At this point. This kid, he says he's from London, and it's like, oh yeah, but do you speak Mandarin? And the kid's like, no, I speak Cantonese. My family's from Canton. And then he starts speaking Mandarin to him anyway, just like totally ignores it. And it's like, and the kid who was from London or whatever was like, oh, that was quite good.
But the guy that he was with thought that I was just making shit up.
And it's like, the guy that I brought up, just thought he was being straight up racist and just saying like, just making Chinese sounding noises.
But for those of you that don't know, I lived in Taipei for 2 years, so I speak, pretty decent, Mandarin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the guy goes, oh, that's racist, and he fucking walks off.
Oh, I wish I was there to see that because
It was really awkward.
I didn't even notice. I didn't pay no attention to him. I was too busy talking to the other dude. There were a few people there that spoke Mandarin though, so that was kind of cool. That's like a magic trick I like to pull out. Like I'll do I'm reading their mind. If I'll be at a bar or somewhere, and if I know it's someone that's from China, I'll hear them talking. Then I'll be like, well, let me try to read your mind. So just start thinking of a simple phrase, and I'll try to see if I can pick up on it. Then I'll get it and I'll fake it, and then I'll just start having a full-blown conversation with them. So yeah.
Wait, go ahead.
Go on. Go
ahead.
A funny thing that you could do with that is you could say, all right, watch, I'm going to try and steal some of your power. I just want you to, and then hold on to them and pretend you have no idea that, they have no idea that you can speak Mandarin. And then you can pretend that you're learning it through them.
Yeah.
You're using them as a source.
Yeah, I've got a feeling.
Then when they ask you about it, you just be like, I have no idea.
No, never.
Yeah, you go absolutely blank afterwards. As soon as you let go, you're like, what just happened?
They start speaking to you in Mandarin, and you're just like, huh?
And then what am I gonna do if a big Russian dude, comes up? It's like, try with me. Like, vodka. Меня зовут Schnurr. But yeah, dude, did you feel like a rock star over there at Blackpool? Because you're sitting there at the table and there's a crowd of probably 15, 20 people around you whenever you're doing the through and through trick.
Oh yeah, I felt good because it was nice because it was all these people that I've grown up through magic watching them, and now I'm sitting at a table with them around me, and I was like, all right, I might as well do this trick. Yeah. So it was quite nice being around them, but yeah, and also the worst part about, well, not the worst part, but the best part about the full thing is I was on a first date with my now current girlfriend, and nice. I was on a first date that same night, and she was sitting beside me, so I'm like, I kind of try and impress her as well. Yeah. So
you sort of flexing the
and then she's
like, oh, yeah, all right, guys.
She's like, oh man, you are a big deal. Wow. What did she think? What did she think though? Go ahead.
I heard that you stabbed Alex's hand and with an acupuncture needle. How do you think your solicitor will do it in the upcoming lawsuit?
Sorry.
So how do you think your solicitor will do in the upcoming lawsuit?
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to pack my bags and start leaving because
get the hell out of Scotland.
Get the hell out of Scotland. I don't usually do that trick on other people ever. Yeah. But I was talking to Alex, and I don't know, it's because something just came across, and I was like, are you confident? I needed to make sure that he was all right with it, and then I had to make sure with his hand as well, because some people's nerves or veins in their hand can be in different positions, but he's got quite similar to mine. Because when I was learning the trick, since I didn't watch it through the video, and I also know how to do acupuncture in real life anyways, I've looked at graphs of hands and where the tendons lie and all the major nerves and all that, just to make sure that you don't mess up on anyone. So
yeah, see, my hand's fine now, see?
Yeah, look.
I'm kidding, it was this hand. But he walked up and I was like, dude, you gotta show me that trick. Please show me that trick. And he's like, all right, here's all you do. And he just took the pin. He's like, you just gotta put it right there. He put a little dot. I'm like, here, go ahead and do it. And he, it was a clean needle, a brand new, and he pulled that thing out and started pushing it through. He's like, you're gonna feel a little pinch right here. I'm like, okay, yeah. And then as it was coming through the other side, I was like, holy shit, that's all there is to it.
I wouldn't encourage other people to do it though, because a lot of people will just try and grab a needle and stick it through their hand, and if you mess that up, you can ruin your hand for the rest of your life. So I always tell people, do not do this unless you actual research on what you need to do.
I've done the research, right? I performed that trick, and one time I was pulling out the needle. Right? I was like, you pull it, because they pull it out, and it's it's quite a surreal experience for the other person to pull the needle out of your hand, and you can see it going through the other side and stuff. And they're pulling it out. And I'm like, look, no blood, and it started pissing with blood. It just started both sides.
Yeah. The exact same things happened to me before as well, because it's this is I've realised, see if you hit a crease on your hand when it's coming out, it'll bleed every time.
Wow.
But yeah, no, I've done that a few times, and then I'm like, all right, just watch, no blood, and then I take it out, and then it just starts bleeding everywhere, and I'm like, oh, wow, what happened there? But then it's even better because it can get to people.
Why does it seem like
where did the fake blood come from?
Why does it whenever you put it in, it goes in like right here, but then when you look at it, it's coming out like way down here or something?
It comes out well because you can maybe see the dot on the hand, but like right here is where I put it in, and then it always comes out in a different position because it depends what it's moving against and stuff. So I've never actually found that out, but I know as long as you get it going in at roughly the right place, it should come out somewhere all right, as long as you're doing it straight and like, you know what you're doing.
It depends on the thickness of the needle as well and how bendy it is.
Yeah.
If you use a really long, thin one, it can come out really far down. Like that's why I use shorter ones now. Right? I started off with quite long ones, and it was a problematic experience.
Yeah, because mines are this size, which is quite long.
Mine were longer. Mine were longer than that.
Really?
He actually uses an Icepick. Dan does. He's like,
do you?
No.
Oh, does he not actually? I have a friend that was going to try using an Icepick as well, but he says he got like he started and he realised he was like, no. he just realised it was
you have to work up to that, I would say.
Yeah.
Well, I thought probably best cutting this bit out because I'm not sure, but like a pierce, like I've got a piercing in my lip. Like if you left it in overnight, surely it would start to heal up. And maybe left your hand somewhere or in a box or something, so you couldn't hit anything with it, because that'd be fucking painful. I thought maybe that's what David Blaine did, was maybe he left it there overnight or whatever, and like all day and all night for a while, and then
and just wait
until it healed like a piercing. And that's maybe
scar tissue,
or just do it every day and then gradually work up till you gauge it.
But it comes out of different places.
Yeah, so you need to. That's the one part that I thought was quite strange. But I mean, if it's a thicker like pick or something, then you could like just make sure. Or I don't know. I'm not an absolute expert on hand biology and picks, but
what about the one through his fucking arm there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one.
Did I? No idea. I'm guessing it's the same thing with the piercing type thing, but how dedicated you gotta be?
Yeah, to just start sticking things through your body just because for a reaction.
I know Kieran Johnson's been doing it. Kieran Lefebvre.
Kieran the Mighty.
There you go, Kieran the Mighty. I know he's been doing it as well with the sort of producing frogs and stuff from your mouth.
Like that. Have you seen the water spout trick that he did? Yeah, that was really good. He took the water spigot, put it in his mouth, and just.
I love.
He's a legend, man.
Yeah, I've got no interest in learning either of those, really, to be honest. Dude,
I would love to learn how to do that. It's like, see, watch this coin, then just follow the coin, and like, here it is.
Not worried about trying to pass it later.
Yeah, but then it's like, like what if it got stuck, and what if something happened? It's like, shit, I got a damn coin stuck in my throat.
If it was a live animal.
What?
Yeah, if it's a live animal like a frog.
And how big do your balls have to be to try it the first time?
Yeah.
Did y'all ever watch Jackass with Steve-O? Did you ever watch Jackass with Steve-O swallowing that goldfish? He did it the old-fashioned way. That was like, just have to make himself throw up.
Yeah.
That's not nearly as cool, but hey, it's still cool.
So, in the next 5 or 10 years or whatever? You know, because you're at uni now, aren't you?
Yeah, I just started uni earlier on this year. Well, actually, last year, but yeah.
So how long have you got left on it? Like 3 years?
Yeah, I've got another 3 years, like, because I finish in year 4, I think, on my course.
What are you studying?
Digital media and interaction design.
Okay.
So maybe in 6 or 7 years, where do you want to be with the magic?
I want to get I want to have a TV show at some point. I just want I've got a feel for it. Like I just really like to have a TV show or something, even if it was just on YouTube. Like just film something professionally and go out in the street, because I love performing magic to just like everyday people, and I love meeting new people as well. So I want to have it like a TV show or something along the lines of that within like 5 years or something.
You have some pretty nice videos, though. I like that video you sent me.
No, thanks. What's some of the other stuff? I want to have like release a few effects as well, because I want to like, contribute a bit to the magic community. But so I've been working on some stuff, but nothing's finalised or anything yet.
So what kind of stuff are you wanting to release? Is it card stuff, or is it something else?
A lot of it is card stuff, but there was some other stuff that I was looking into, with like smoke regurgitation, because I can do smoke regurgitation. But then I messaged and then found out that Kieran Johnston's already like working on that, or like I think he's released it or something. But so yeah, but a lot of the stuff that I've been working on is card stuff, and like
what's it called? You seen the guy with the cigarettes hanging out of his mouth, and then they go.
Tom Mullica.
Tom Mullica. So fucking good. Do you mean like that,
Yeah.
smoke regurgitation, or do you mean something else?
Like actual smoke, like you can breathe in smoke and then bring it up on command.
Okay. Wouldn't it just dissipate in your stomach?
Yeah, basically. And then you just bring it back up again, but it's a lot of muscle memory type stuff. It's quite weird.
But like usually, like let's say you breathe out the smoke.
He's an expert, by the way. He's been smoking for 30 years.
I've been smoking. Anyway, let's say you breathe it into a cup, and then you put a lid on the cup, right? It eventually disappears.
Disappears, yeah.
So
yeah, you gave like a time limit on how fast between each point from where you put it in. So usually I can get like 7 minutes out of it, but then it depends on how much you take in as well and all that. But yeah, I've realised that I can get up to like 7 minutes and still be able to produce an alright cloud.
So the smoke isn't
with a vapor or a cigarette, or with
chemicals.
So it's not going into your lungs. You're somehow swallowing it into your stomach.
Something along the lines of that, yeah.
No, like how you like swallow air and then burp it.
It's slightly like that, yeah. But then there's no burp if you learn how to do it properly. But that's just
with me. As soon as I swallow air, it just comes out instantly as a burp.
Does it instantly come back up?
Yeah. But I've never worked on regurgitation stuff.
Can you perform that? Like, do you have it ready to show that or something?
Give me 2 seconds. Let me have a look.
All right. I should have asked you beforehand if you wanted to. I didn't know you did that though. But okay.
Let's see.
Let me make this.
I'm not sure if it'll work. I haven't done it in a while, but
I want to try it now.
Right. So then you can speak and you can breathe, and there's nothing there. I'm not sure how well it'll show up on camera, but then I should be able to just. So I usually pretend I'm rolling it up, and then.
Yeah, there it is. You can see it.
You can, but then Yeah, I haven't done it in a while. I'd usually be able to get a lot thicker.
Yeah, but I saw a little bit of it come out. That's pretty cool.
But yeah, that's basically. I was just working on it because I done it by accident one day, and I was like, "Ooh, this could be something." And then, yeah,
Very interesting.
So, with something like that, do you think? I've never heard of anything like that being released before as like a trick. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
well, if you were to release it, and if you know, because you and Kieran have come up with it separately, separately, and maybe you'd have something to add to it. You know what you in your sort of teach. If you taught it, in your teaching, maybe there's something particularly that you'd be able to offer. Like, would it just be like how do you explain what you do? You know what I mean? Like, I don't want you to like go into it. You know what I mean? But it does sound like something that
explain something like that.
Yeah, if it had to like tell someone else exactly how to do it, I think.
I would do a lot of research into actually what the actual technique is on how you do it, and then I would just try and figure out the best way to explain it, and then tell people, because I'm not sure if it's just like only some people can do it or if everyone could do it if they tried, but I'm not sure if it's like a muscle memory in your throat type thing, or if it's just like, yeah, I can do it just because I've always been able to do it.
Well, I'm going to try it, right? Because so I can do the shin limb thing, where like I've got a kind of.
That's actually funny. Shin limb's the reason why I started magic in the first place.
Yeah.
It was it was on his Penn and Teller, his first Penn and Teller thing, because I was just like scrolling down my YouTube like at 3 o'clock in the morning, like let's see some stuff. And I just seen this guy shin limb, and I was like, what's this? Clicked on it, and I was like, oh my god! And then I was like, oh, I need to learn magic. Like, this stuff is amazing. So
yeah, I watched him and I watched Piff the Magic Dragon. We started at about the same time, about 5 years ago, I guess.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until I watched Penn Jillette on a podcast saying, I'm paraphrasing here, so he didn't exactly say these words exactly, but he said something like, any idiot can do magic tricks. And I was like, he's talking straight to me here.
Yeah.
He's talking straight to me. And then I thought, I'll learn a magic trick. Right? And I started learning, stupid tricks where you count cards and, put them into 3 piles and, all the dumb stuff that you learn when you first started. And then it's like an addiction, isn't it? It's like
as soon as you get one down, you're like, oh, I want to learn some more. Because I first learned magic over the Christmas holidays at school, and I was like, oh, let's learn some stuff. And then by the time that I went back to school, I was like saying, I had from a corner shop pack of cards, and I was like, bought the pack of cards on my way to school, and I was like, hi, I do magic now, would you like to see some magic tricks? And then everyone was like, what? Like, no you don't. And then I started showing people magic tricks, and it was weird because it was like, everyone around where I stay knows me as a person that does magic, because there's not that much of a big magic community in Scotland or any of that. So, but it's funny to think that I'm pretty sure I was in high school not doing magic longer than I was actually doing magic, and then that was the one that actually decided to stand out. So,
and then from then on, you were the magic guy.
Yeah.
Do people at school ever ask you to show them stuff now, and like, hey, and pull their phones out trying to record anything like that?
It used to be all the time when I did go to school, but now that I'm at uni, it's a different set of people who I don't do magic too much at university, because like I like to separate it, because I got to the point where I was like walking down the corridors in school, and then people would try and like stop me and ask me to do magic tricks, and I like, if you're not having the best day, you want to be able to just go to school, do your schoolwork, and not be stopped and then turn on your magic self.
But man, you should take advantage of it. It's like being around a bunch of people, at one time. in school
Yeah,
and
of course.
everywhere else. It's like, here us old people, we don't really get to encounter that many people,
Yeah.
I feel like the
Also,
only way to
on
practice.
screens as well.
I feel like the only way to practice is in front of people.
Yeah, definitely. And that's,
Go out
is
to the
what-
courtyard, go out where everybody hangs out, make days of it. It'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's absolutely brilliant.
obviously, make sure you remember what you're going to be doing first.
Yeah.
I mean, dude,
practice it that
he's-
much at home.
He's good. You've seen the stuff he can do. He's got that down.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, in case anybody's watching and have just started magic, you might want to practice it to the point where you can do it without looking at your hands, or
Yeah.
Become comfortable with yourself.
Yeah. But then, like, the way that you become better as a performer is not by learning new stuff. It's by performing the stuff that you already know
The
1,000
same
times.
stuff and refining it down.
Yeah. And then you find out you might find a line that's unique to you that, you find fits in really well with the trick. Like pattern and stuff, and you've already sort of got it mapped out in your head, the sort of structure of what you need to say, to do the trick. But you can find, ways to make it better in your own sort of style.
I'm dying to see the hand. I'm dying to see the needle trick, though.
I can do it just now if you like.
Okay, sure, but we need to put a disclaimer in this video here. Do not try this at home. And
please tell people.
It's called Through and Through, and it's not available anymore, evidently. So just don't do it.
It is available. Contact Dan House, Hauss, and if you send him PayPal or whatever, he'll be able to hook you up with it.
All right.
All right.
I'm going to pin your video. Here we go. Pinning video.
All right. So we got this needle here, and I'll try and unpeel this. And it's sterilized as well, so I'm not sticking anything into my hand. I'm trying to think of the best angle for this. Wow. So you see the needle here, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And then
Pointy.
let's see. So just see. I'm not sure how well it pops up.
I see it.
And
I'm already cringing.
yeah, I haven't done this one in a while, but let's see. The skin's tough, and this is why I really need to get smaller needles.
Yeah.
Because these ones can be kind of
A bit too bendy, yeah.
Yeah, but you can see it.
Yeah.
It's
Stick it in the hand.
It's popping it through the other side. I find it's hard.
Yeah,
because
you gotta see that part.
I've got really thick skin here as well.
Right.
Let's see the other side of it.
Let's see. Wait for it. Yeah, you can see it there, can you?
Oh, man, that's way down there this time.
Yeah. And then let's see. Get it through, because my skin is super thick as well. Let me have a look. Oh yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it's so uncomfortable to watch.
So what kind of places do you actually show this trick? I'm guessing you don't show it at weddings.
Nah, definitely not at weddings. But let me show this. And yeah, so
Yeah.
but I don't usually perform this trick at weddings or any of that stuff. It's when I'm in a particular mood. Sometimes I do it, like, because I do the trick very, very rarely, because like you can end up getting like a little bit in your hand, like where it scars up over time. You get a little dot, and I went through, as I said earlier on, one of the crosses. So I think it'll bleed, but. And then you would usually get someone else to fill it out. But I like doing it around magicians as well, because, I mean, 90.
We froze.
The way sticks a needle through his hand, or the ice pick through his hand, and no blood, but a win.
You're sort of freezing up there, Brandon. Right, should we try?
Yeah, and then you make sure that you dispose of this correctly.
Can you hear him? Alex, can you hear him?
I can hear him, yeah, but
Oh, it's gone.
he died. Yeah, Dan, he walked out for a cigarette.
That's no worries.
But yeah, that sucks. It cut out right then, man. But we got. I'll just cut it out whenever it goes. After you see it go through, I just hate that because then people might think, "Oh shit, he started bleeding."
Yeah. Yeah, no, I have no idea what just happened. It's everything's cut out. I'm not sure what it was.
Maybe is your phone battery about dead?
No, it's at 60% at the moment. I think my phone started overheating or something. I'm not actually sure.
But how's the hand? Your hand good?
My hand is absolutely fine. Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Good. Yeah, that was. I was wiggling in my seat.
I just start bleeding.
Yeah, I was wiggling in my seat, man. I was like, oh god, here it goes. Have you seen this one? You've probably seen this one. This one's easy. So, which card would you like to use? Just say any card.
The Jack of Spades.
Jack of Spades. Where's it at? I can't see it. So this is the Jack of Spades. All right. So you got the Jack of Spades, right? I put the Jack of Spades back somewhere into the deck. All right. That's pretty close to the middle. So the Jack of Spades. If this works, I can't guarantee that it's going to work, but let's find out. Tell me a small number.
3.
3. 1, 2, 3. Watch.
What? Yeah, I have no idea. That's crazy. Well done.
Jack of Spades.
Oh Jesus! That's mad. Yeah, no, I've never actually seen that one before.
Really?
So we had some technical difficulties, guys. Some internet drop off and stuff. So what happened after while you were pulling the needle out of your hand, Brandon? No blood, no nothing?
Nah, no blood. It didn't even leave a mark at all. I think that's one of the best times that I've ever pulled it out, and it's been alright, but it's pretty cool, like.
Yeah, it's a pretty surreal feeling. Apparently I turn ghost white when I do it.
Really?
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
even whiter than
that's why I love having other people pull it out my hand. Try to get as many people involved as I can.
Yeah, well, they say that the magic is always more powerful than the spectator's hands, and but to me, technically, it's going through yours.
Except for with me.
Yeah. Which you should never fucking do again, as long as you live, because you'll get a fucking lawsuit coming through you.
Yeah, no, I was like, I really don't want to do this, but I was like,
when he starts running low on cash, he's gonna. We've got you admitting to it on here, on camera, on video.
He won't get that much off me. He won't get much off me.
So I
take full responsibility for allowing him to do that.
Yeah, I already made him say that as well, because I'd never do that to anyone. There are other ones that you can do.
I'm just winding you up. Never of us are
like
that anyway.
I know, but I still, I hate doing that stuff on other people. But I also do know acupuncture. I actually do know how to do acupuncture as well. So I'm kind of alright at it.
So you're an expert stabbing needles in people.
Yeah, basically.
So, do you have any pattern that you use when you're doing that, or do you just say, "Look, watch, look"?
Watch. I usually pretend. It depends on what the other person's feeling. So, usually it's see if the person believes it is real. I tell them it's fake, and I play it off as a magic trick. But when they think it's a magic trick, I try and convince them as much as I can it's real. It's just whatever they think, I just try and change. And then so it's a different experience every time, just depending on the way that they react. Because if they react and they're like, "Oh, it's a fake needle. It's a fake needle," you say, "All right, then you can pull it out. You can feel the needle, make sure that it's real, all that, and all that stuff." But I usually had see the cups and nails where you like smash your hand for the cup.
Yeah.
I usually do that beforehand, but in Blackpool I didn't have any cups or nails on me, so.
I don't want to do that trick either.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, no, that's that one. The amount of times that I've seen someone mess that one up, and then
I saw a
you see
video
it
of
go
a dude mess it up on the news. Some Polish guy, I think it was, and had the news anchor slapping the cups, and he messed it up, and it went through her hand.
News anchor.
Yeah,
that's why I never do that trick on someone else. Because see, if you're actually going to hurt someone, like,
I wonder if he got sued for that.
If there's a chance, he probably did. I mean, the
100%.
needle went right for this woman's hand.
Yeah.
I think Darren Brown messed up once as well, to be honest.
Really?
I've seen, I think, but his was a screw, and they had to unwind it out his hand. I'm not sure if it was Darren Brown.
He messed it up on
I think
himself,
it
at
was.
least.
Yeah, at least it wasn't on anyone else.
Well, let's
so now it
change.
looks like it's got fucking stigmata, you know what I mean? Like,
Let's change to a higher note. Would you like to show us some cardistry?
Yeah, sure. Let's see.
just let me ask you a question first.
Yeah, sure, no worries.
On this show, quite often I've asked people if they've had any mentors or anybody that's really helped them out. Have you had any mentors or anyone that's really helped you out on the way learning magic?
Unfortunately not, because the magic community in Scotland is very, very small. I only know of like maybe 3 magicians that I've actually ever spoke to in Scotland. So I've never actually had anyone to help, but there's sometimes like friends, but no one that has proper taught me or anything. A lot of my stuff is just self-taught.
Have you made any lasting friendships from Blackpool?
From Blackpool, yeah. I met my current girlfriend in Blackpool, so
Nice.
that, and but then Alex as well. I got to meet you in Blackpool, and then a lot of other people that I met as well. But I go down to Leeds quite often to go see some of my friends down in Leeds, because I met them at a Daniel Madison meetup, and then all of us, I made a lot of friends from there. But I'd say most of my favourite groups of friends are the ones that I've met through magic and stuff like that, because it's like a similar passion that everyone's got, and you can relate to the other person.
I noticed it looked like you had Daniel Madison's card tattooed on your hand, right?
Oh yeah, I've got the 9 of clubs tattooed on my finger here for the Daniel Madison's 9 of clubs group. It was quite crazy, and I got it when I was 17 as well, when I was on holiday, because everyone else was getting theirs, and I was going to go down to get it done on the 9th of March? I think it's the 9th of March is 9 of Clubs Day or something like that. But I was still 17, and I was like, I really want this tattoo, and everyone was getting their tattoos done. So I had to wait until I went on holiday to actually get mine done.
So next time you come down to Leeds, give us a shout. So that's where I'm from.
Yeah, sure. I can tell by your accent as well. So
Yeah,
I love being down in Leeds. It's a good night out.
yeah, and I'm not sure if I know the same people as you, but there's loads of magicians here as well for some reason.
Yeah. It's absolutely
Like
brilliant.
I don't know Daniel Madison, and he's in Leeds. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
like I go to the Magic Circle, and there's heaps of people from there, and lots of people there are actually like quite forthcoming with ideas and stuff, you know. So although they might not want to sort of mentor you, so to speak, there's always something to learn, even when there's not a lecture on. You know what I mean? Like usually I go to all the lectures, but sometimes I don't go to the club nights because I'm busy. I've got stuff to do. But I'm usually pretty made up when I do go, because
Right.
even if I don't learn anything, Just a bunch of guys I know, in a place. Is there no magic clubs, I'm guessing, in Edinburgh?
In Edinburgh, since I go to uni in Edinburgh as well, there's a magic society at the other university that I've joined, and I made quite a few friends through that. But I can't go too much because I still stay from home and travel to Edinburgh anytime that I'm going to uni. So a lot of the nights that the society was on, I would be in a class or I had to be home or something like that. So I've been a few times, but I haven't proper been yet.
And where is it you live, in the Lowlands?
I live in central Scotland, so like Stirling. I'm not sure if you know where Stirling is.
Yeah.
So I live like right next to Stirling, so it's like still like an hour on the train to get to uni and back. So I try go out to the magic things as much as I can, but then some days I need to be back so I can like do assignments and all that stuff, or I'll be in class.
So what are the next steps that you're going to take to try to break through and become you said you wanted to be on TV. What steps are you going to take going forward to make sure that you actually achieve that?
I'm gonna start releasing a lot more stuff on my Instagram and stuff, and then I'm gonna start working on my YouTube. Well, I haven't got an official YouTube channel, but I want to upload some more stuff like formally to my YouTube channel and stuff, so I can get some good stuff on. But and then I want to keep on coming up with new ideas that are quite unique, and then I can just post them, and hopefully I can catch the eye of some like big up people, and then they like my stuff, hopefully. So
well, you're doing a good job already.
You're
doing a good job already, so
thank you.
Keep it up, man. Keep it up.
Sometimes all it takes is just someone big to share your post, and that's unfortunately in Scotland there aren't that many celebrities to go show tricks to,
Yeah,
those videos always do well, but they're not in Leeds either, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm also like a lot of internet like social media magicians as well. I'm friends with a few social media magicians, and so I was also thinking maybe start on TikTok or something like that, because a lot of them are doing quite well because TikTok love magicians. So I was thinking maybe something like that, but I'm not actually sure.
Is there a way to monetize that? Like, once you get a certain amount of clicks, do you get?
I'm not sure on TikTok, but you can.
TikTok, you
maybe
can't
get
really. Yeah, you can probably get sponsors, but and you can always swing that over into another platform that you can monetize. But exposure, just having people know your name, that's.
Here's a trick with Bang Energy. It only works with Bang Energy.
Oh, I wonder who this is. Yeah, no, a lot of.
Is there a magician that does Bang Energy?
Dude,
yeah.
Bang Energy
I was
does
just
everything.
All the Instagram sleuths I follow, they've all got the Bang Energy.
Really? Yeah. I think, who is that again? I think it's Luca. Oh, I forgot his second name.
Who's really good on TikTok? Magic Sing. I love Magic Sing. I think it's great.
Yeah. I was watching his stuff from before I was even doing magic, and I thought it was amazing.
He's a good performer, and he's doing the right kind of thing for that platform. The right tricks.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure he does pretty well with the post engagement clicks. Well, I don't even think you do clicks, do you? Because it comes up random, doesn't it?
I think so. Yeah. You need to get. I think if it does well at the start, then it gets put on the For You page, which other people can see, and then basically the more people that engage with your posts, the more it'll get recommended to other people. So.
Fair dues. Now, you said you were going to show us a bit of Cardistry. Bit of the old, how did you do that? Oh, wow. Oh.
Let's see.
Have you ever seen one of these before? Look, watch. You ready? Wow.
That's
Sorry,
brilliant.
I didn't mean to upstage you before you start doing it.
Stole the show.
Yeah, I guess I'll just see you later, guys. I'll see if I can do some of this stuff. I haven't done. Oh, yeah. Well, that's a good start. I haven't actually picked up a deck of cards too much in quarantine because I've been doing a lot of work. But yeah, some of this stuff.
What's that one called? The Worm?
I think the worm is this one, and then like that,
Okay.
and then you can branch off like this as well.
One, yeah. Nice,
Get even more.
Huh.
Yeah, but that's some of the other ones. I can do flicker shot, but I'm not sure if I can do it in my bedroom because it might. Yeah, but if you're in a bigger space, you can do flicker shot and all that stuff. And I also do some of this stuff, and then you can go like that, and then turn your hand round as well.
That's pretty good.
That was good.
And get that, but yeah, Cardistry is pretty good if you want to spice up your video just that tiny bit more.
Yeah.
That's all I've got now. Yeah.
I'm absolutely terrible at it, Mike. I'm only interested in it though if it can keep the full deck in the same order.
Right. So like the Sybil cut.
Yeah, like that. But then I got really bored trying to learn the Sybil cut. Like I was watching a video in slow motion. I was like, fuck it, I can't be bothered. Although I like the way it looks, like to me, if you look too skilled with the cards, then people think, oh, of course you can do that because he's really good with the cards. If you look like you're shit with cards, and then I mean, I think at the moment I do stuff too smooth. I want to make it more like Leonard Green, where it just seems like everything's an accident, a happy accident.
Yeah. That's the best way to do it. I never do Cardistry in public when I'm gonna show someone a trick, and then a lot of the times I like drop the cards accidentally and all of that stuff. But then a lot of the time it works in my favour as well. So, because then they just think that you don't know how to use a deck of cards. Or the best part is when you see people using decks of cards in public, and you're like, "Can I see your deck of cards for a second?" Like, because I'll be playing a card game or something like that, and then I'll walk up and then be like. And then you just do some magic with their cards as well, because then a lot of people are under the impression that people are using trick decks all the time. Every single time, like I do it, they're like, "Can I see the deck of cards?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." So I don't do too much stuff with like trick decks or gimmicks in public, but then for videos on Instagram and that, I'm like, might as well.
Greg Wilson did one thing where he says. This wouldn't work with a normal pack of cards. It's because they've got little pieces of string in between them. Like there's no way that you'll be able to actually make them fly from one hand to the other. It's the little pieces of string that keep them together. And then he's going into. He says, what does he call it? It's the pattern for a trick called Revolver, where sort of the card turns upside down, and then it ends with a triumph or whatever. Where all the cards are supposedly face up and face down, and then you click your fingers, and then only one card's face up, and it just happens to be their card. But I love that pattern just because it's like he says the TV Magic cards like $29.99. You know what I mean? Like, the whole way through. Like I like that because he's sort of bringing attention to the fact that people do think that, don't they? People think that we're using dodgy decks. Like I showed you a couple of tricks earlier. This is just normal pack of cards. Like,
normal decks of cards.
When I first started Magic, I had a Svengali deck, and I occasionally use an invisible deck or whatever. But it's very rare that I'd even take them out with me. Like, there's I don't take trick cards out with me. Like,
I never really take.
The nice thing about using these bicycles is when people say that, you can say, "Oh, you keep them."
Yeah, because they're cheap as well. You can just hand them over. But see if you're like trying to do card tricks with like a deck of Fontaines or like Jerry Nuggets, and then you're like, I don't drop them. I'm going to have you look at them and then stuff like that, because people get very protective against their cards if they're expensive. Because then sometimes even when you're giving someone a card, they'll hold it like this, like trying to shield it from you. And you're like,
I have a funny story about that.
You pass someone a card and they do this and they hold it against the chest and then
and you're like,
It's
like
there's
I just
no way.
spent £20 on that
Look,
deck of
there's
cards.
no way that I'd be able to find that card if I just slide it in there. There's no way I'd be able this sort of ruins the trick before you've even fucking done it.
Yeah.
Well, man, thanks for coming on the show.
Oh, well, thank you for having me on.
And thanks for showing us those tricks, especially the
It's
needle
been a
for the
pleasure.
hand.
Yeah.
Stay in touch. Let us know. Let us know how you're getting along, and if you need any help with anything.
Oh,
Alex
definitely.
Alex knows about video editing. I am a move monkey, so I know a lot of different different ways of doing tricks and stuff. Now I'll do an outro. Thanks for coming and speaking to us, Brandon. To everybody at home, please can you like, subscribe to the video if you enjoyed it. If not, do one. Where can people find you, Brandon? If they want to see your magic.
They can find me on my Instagram _ Brandon Lee _ and that's Lee spelled LEI.
And the link will be in the description. Thanks so much for coming, dude. It's been a good chat, and I've enjoyed it a lot. And we hope to speak to you again.
Yeah, of course, and especially when I'm not ill as well, because I feel terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah. Coronavirus.